Hello everybody, today I am going to be doing a review from the house of Parfum d'Empire. This is Azemour Les Oranges. This was released in 2011. Perfumer is also the owner of the brand, the founder of the brand, Marc-Antoine Corticchiato, I think it's pronounced. A couple of disclosures. This bottle was a blind buy, so I had not tested this before I purchased the bottle in the middle of last year. I have always, since beginning to accumulate perfumes and wear them regularly, been on the lookout for an orange dominant perfume, and my search has always left me a little bit disappointed based on a lot that I've tried. And I think that's partly because I like the idea, like a coffee fragrance, I like the idea of an orange dominant fragrance, but maybe I just prefer smelling a nice orange note in things like hand soap or other aromatic body products. When it comes to perfumery, actual perfume, I've been left a little bit wanting with some of the orange perfumes that I've tried. Now, I did blind buy this for a couple of reasons, because I think very highly of this house from the stuff I'd already sampled previously. This is very highly rated in the guide by Luca Turin. So I was actually quite excited to get this. Now, is it the orange fragrance of my dreams? No, the answer is no. But I'm going to describe to you what I get with this perfume, because I still think it's pretty special. Let me spray it on and I'll talk about what I smell. Okay, so in the opening, it is, if I could simplify this into two accords, it's orange and oak moss. Okay, now obviously there is a lot more going into this, and if you look at the official note list, there is, according to what the house tells us, quite a few notes, but this is not the, I guess, synthetic, juicy, fantasy orange that we find in a lot of other products. This is a very, very realistic orange that you smell right in the opening. And what I'm talking about is, I'm not talking about even cutting the orange open and smelling all that juice, that sweet saccharine juice in the inside. This is the still hanging on the tree orange, and the initial smell you get from that. What quickly happens is that you start to smell the other drier facets. The best way I can take you on this development of this perfume is to describe a visual sense of it. You're lying beneath a beautiful large orange tree in the afternoon sun. Your focus, from an olfactive scent, your focus starts on the skin of the orange, and the way the smell develops is that it's almost like starting at that beautiful zesty skin aroma, working your way up to the green stem that's attached to the branch, that's attached to the trunk of the tree. So what I'm getting at is it starts to become woodier. Then your smell/gaze continues down the trunk of the tree into the surface roots of the orange tree, where it starts to meld into the earth. and the mulch and the leaf matter, grass, whatever is growing under there, until you're into the submerged roots of the orange tree. This, in a mind visual sense, is the way this perfume develops on my skin and what I smell, the way my olfactory senses interpret that into a visual sense into my brain is what I've just described. So for that reason, this isn't the orange perfume, but this is something entirely altogether. This is an evocation of a particular moment, a meditation on peacefulness, a moment of bliss that you can only experience in those quiet moments of nature. And Azemour, for those of you who aren't aware, this I believe is inspired by the orange orchards in Azemour, which is a coastal city in Morocco. And you know, I've never been there, so I don't know how closely that's related, but this is the imagery that pops in my head, lying beneath this tree, and all your senses engaged. You can see the dappled light coming through between the branches and the leaves of the tree. You can hear the insects buzzing around, the breeze rustling across your face. You can feel both the warmth of the sun and the coolness of the breeze against your skin, the roughness of the crushed leaves on your, pushing into your back. You can taste the orange oil molecules on your lips. And of course, you can smell everything that is immediately surrounding you. So that's what makes this perfume special to me, even though it isn't what I initially expected or probably wanted when I blind bought this fragrance. But sometimes just because a blind buy doesn't turn out the way you expected, it can turn out to be actually better than you expected and not a disappointment. And therefore, my review of this is a definitely positive one. I'm very happy that I have this. And for those of you wondering, this is not, if my description hasn't spelled it out enough, this is not, don't expect a clean citrus scent with this one. This definitely has a very earthy feel, going back to the predominant smells. The orange definitely turns into this inky moss at the beginning, so you get the green orange with inky oak moss, and then by the time the dry down arrives, which I have on this arm, the orange has become warmer, maybe it's slightly sweeter, and that oak moss actually turns a little bit leathery, or perhaps more appropriately, more of a warm skin kind of accord. And look, this has got very soft projection on me, but I can still smell this pretty easily after 6 hours of wear on my skin. I don't expect much more than that in performance. It's an eau de parfum concentration, but a very, very satisfying purchase for me. These are the type of blind buys that always I get excited about, because they aren't what I expected, but they're better than what I expected. So based on that, if you like the sounds of that, I do definitely encourage you to try it. And if you can get samples of the rest of this house, I definitely recommend it. Azemour Les Oranges by Parfum is a beauty. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye.